Hello grandchildren. I'm glad that you stopped by to see me, so I present to your attention a new Valheim video. Behind me are new subscribers and channel commentators, so if you want to be on this beautiful wall, be active and I will definitely add you. Today there will be a lot of cool and interesting things, so we will not delay, and you sit down more conveniently, because we are starting. Today I will prepare for the 5th boss fight and finally fight Yagluth. In short, I will create new armor and weapons, cook a lot of new food because I will have to fight non-stop Fullings and Loxes and much more interesting things. I have new dishes available, including fish wraps. For cooking, we need fried fish, so I start frying everything I have. I also don't forget about mead, so I create the basis of mead to increase stamina. And of course, I don't forget about black metal. I think it will take a lot, however, like iron with linen threads. Well, do not forget about homemade food, so I will cook some milkshakes. Well, as it turned out in the last episode, we will need a lot of iron to create new armor and weapons, so I take our full cart and get ready to smelt iron ingots. And of course I don't forget about our vegetable garden. And as for the flaxes and barley's farm, everything is fine here too. The crop is fully ripe, and now you can collect it all and plant it again. Great, just have to wait. I also decided to place wards in the corners of the farm. Maybe they can further help prevent mobs from spawning nearby. And also I decided to fight a little with Loxes and Fullings. Now you can shoot him a little with a bow. Failed to block, 1 HP. And yet I die. Well, when I collected my items, I decide to finish what I started. Well, that's it, I didn't have time to parry the attack. After waiting some more time, the next crop is just as ripe. What the hell is it here forgot, blue? He broke part of the garden for me. I will need to come up with something with protection, because you can't leave it like that. By the way, in the comments they told me about wolves, so I immediately had a great idea in this regard. But first things first. As you remember, on this island I bred wolves and transported them home from here, so I decided that the remaining wolves would protect my garden from all sorts of green and blue idiots. We are in place. Oh no. I hope Lox doesn't attack us. Wow, well done, but there's another one, oh my god. Oh my god, we took a lot of risks, but these boys did it, super. They ate Lox meat and instantly regained health. Wow, I'm shocked. That's it, boys, now you live here. Eat and multiply, and of course don't forget to protect my garden. Having collected a certain amount of flaxes, I decide to process it all into linen threads, so I fill the spinning wheel and wait. And while the spinning wheel is working, you can make some onion soup. We continue to produce threads. The spinning wheel works very slowly, so I will put another one later to increase the production speed. Well, first of all, of course, I create a black metal sword. I also create a shield. I think this is the most necessary thing that I can create. And of course, immediately improve it all to the maximum level. While this sword is so big. The shield is no less attractive, it looks very cool. With my basic kit it also looks amazing. And I also try to lure this boy into the cage. I tried to do this for about 15 minutes, but unfortunately nothing worked out for me. In the end, this moron just suicidal and all. That's why I gave up on it. And now I want to move the oven to the kitchen and put 2 spinning wheels in its place. Great, now I place the oven. It looks cool. Now let's see what we have with flaxes and barleys. The harvest is about to ripen, and then we can plant everything again. Wow! And here it is. Can be collected. Perfect. Load flax into spinning wheels and let it work passively. We do the same with the mill. I also want to create fire resistance mead. I think I will need it for the fight with the 5th boss of Yagluth. I also noticed that the mill works much better in bad weather. This is logical, because the wind increases and, accordingly, the rotation speed also increases, and this allows you to grind barley faster. And now that I have some barley flour, I decide to cook all the new food I can, to compare it and cook in the future the one that is best. Now blood pudding. Fish wraps. And lox pie. Now it remains to bake a cake and bread. Wow, this is really great food. Well, after laying out the new food in the correct sequence, I decided that the two main dishes for stamina and health will, of course, be lox pie and blood pudding, but in the third slot I will take food that is more necessary, increasing health or stamina. That's why I decided to cook these two dishes. I also decided to build a second windmill in order to produce more barley flour. And having harvested, I again begin to cook food, because it is really very important. I have smelted enough iron to create new armor, and linen threads have also been collected in the right amount. And of course immediately improve the whole set. Now you can look at the new set of armor. Looks quite good, but for some reason I like the previous ones more. For that, this kit has already 100 units of armor, taking into account the maximum possible improvements and the presence of a cloak. Now there are such racks with armor, it looks cool. And don't forget about modernizing the kitchen. I think my wolves will like it. And now I'm starting to create a new weapon. I'm starting with porcupine because it looks really cool in the preview and I wanted to create and see it as soon as possible. Damn, this thing looks really scary. It also glows and I really like it. I will definitely use this. Next I create a new knife and axe. And naturally improve them. And now I want to test weapons and armor in combat, and so far I like everything. Now I'm going to visit the 5th boss, Yagluth. During the journey, I met 2 leviathans side by side. You probably don't see this often. I really like the nights in Valheim, Yggdrasil against the background of the sky and stars, it's mesmerizing. Well, I finally got to the island. I returned home through the portal in order to take good food for the battle and get some rest. Let's go. Jumping these guys are just crazy. Wow, so good. It was very easy. There is a Fulling village near the summoning altar, so before summoning the 5th boss, I need to evict all its inhabitants. I decided to use one of your tips. I'm aggroing Fullings on myself and I'm going to take them to a very unsafe place. it will be extremely difficult to cope with all this crowd of monsters. Here are our allies. Let the great battle begin. It seems now it's my turn to fight. Great, this group of enemies is destroyed. Excellent. So as not to make noise, I will use a hunting bow to finish off the remaining enemies. Oh yeah. Looks like it was the last one. Finally, I'm at the altar. Here you need to bring 5 fueling totems and you can summon the boss. Pretty intimidating. Great, all the totems are collected, now I can summon the boss. Well, it's time to kick this fucking king's ass. What are you carrying? Q. Bony. Oh my god. The first attack is meteorites. It's pretty weird and really gross. And this is some kind of force field that deals damage with electricity and fire. You need to be wary of this guy. Wow, he vomits molten plasma. Since this guy is in the undead category, silver weapons will deal maximum damage to him. And since it's a skeleton, I thought this guy must be vulnerable to blunt weapons, which is my hammer. Crap. Something needs to be done with these meteorites, because it is very difficult to simply dodge them. This rock can help me a lot, so I will use it. The silver sword works great too, but the Frostner does a better job and deals more damage, so I'll use it. Oh god, meteorites. It is unlikely that the power of the bone mass will help me, but just in case, I will activate it. In general, I understand how to counter Yagluth and when is the best time to attack, so go ahead. tried to hide from meteors behind this rock, but this time I was unlucky and I died. Finally, Yagluth is defeated. Oh, it ain't Hugin. Yagluth trophy and torn spirit. Wow. Now I can create a Wisp fountain, thanks to which I can finally go to the mistlands. When I ran to hang the trophy of the 5th boss, I heard Fullings, and I was very surprised because I had only met them on the plains before. Probably after killing the 5th boss, they will now appear in all biomes. Now you can hang Yagluth's head here. Wow, awesome power. It's a pity I didn't get it at the very beginning, it would have been much easier for me. Munin again. Thanks to this thing, at night I can catch fireflies. It remains only to wait until the night comes. Just by night I did all my household chores, including harvesting and planting barleys again. Now you can look at the new buildings. Fireflies really appeared here, cool. And when I got some wisps I decided to create a wisp light. Wow. It's really cool. Too bad you can't wear Megingjord and wisp light at the same time. I like it. At this point, I end this episode, grandchildren. In the next video, we will finally go to the Mistlands, get acquainted with new mobs and other cool things. Be sure to subscribe and put likes. If you like the video, I will be pleased. And if you want to support me, see the description. Well, see you next Friday, grandchildren. I hug everyone and say bye.